Hey guys, it's Full Cards here, live and direct from Montreal, Quebec, for a change as opposed to Brooklyn, New York. In front of me today, I have a box of 2007 2008 Between the Pipes from ITG. In the game, a great product, usually great price point, and this happens to be the arena version, which is even more affordable. Typically, I open the hobby boxes. I've banged open a bunch of those hobby boxes. I've never opened up an arena version, so I'm going to open this up. It should be interesting, should be fun. Mostly base, I know, because it's like a retail box, but I could potentially hit a Mask V card, which is what I'd be looking for. Long shots, I believe, at autos or memorabilia. I'm not entirely certain because I never opened up this box before, but I am a really big proponent and fan of Between the Pipes players. And here you see that we do have future stars, greats of the game, rivalry cards, etc., which is the tiered checklist. So one of the best things about the product is actually a base set because of the tiered checklist. So let's scrunch the wrapper right off. Let's punch the box right open. Let's fleece this puppy. So here we go. Here's the box, and it's green as opposed to, I believe, the gold box that we would get otherwise for this year, or yellow, or whatever it was. And here would be our product. It is really nice. I really like the way this looks. I guess arena version is perhaps they had these cards available in arenas, or it's just terminology for the retail boxes. So let's see what we get. Let's see what we can gather. There aren't any odds, I believe, on the pack, so it's not going to help us. Let's see what we get. So 24 packs per box, 5 cards per pack. And we're in. So our first card right out of the gate would happen to be Corey Crawford, Kyle Gajewski from the Greyhounds, Thomas Popperly, and we do have a Greats of the Game card, and it's Grant Fuhrer. And there's Yarrow Halak back with the Bulldogs. Pretty cool, Hamilton Bulldogs. And you see that this is higher up on the checklist, and these probably would be lower down on the checklist, I believe. Yeah, 16 through whatever. When I say higher up, I mean lower down, if you know what I mean. Continuing on, let's see this. Do they all feel the same thickness? This feels a bit thicker. I don't know why. Should be a lot of base, I think, in theory, but we shall see. Taylor Dakers. Oh, cool. We have this awesome Terry Sawchuk Greats of the Game. That's kind of nice. And another Greats of the Game, this one of the cat, Felix Podvin. Nice. So we're banging out our base checklist. And here we have a Stars of the Game, and it's Ryan Miller. So that would run in the 70s. And then the Rival League, I believe, is even higher up on the checklist, 98. So there you go. Continuing on. Greats of the Game, and this would be Ed Jokamine, who was a stellar stud in New York for many years. Really loved, beloved, cherished player was Ed Jokamine. Friendly person within the New York sphere. Tyson Sexsmith, and here we have Rogie Vachon, and it looks like he's early in his career. Greats of the Game, Jonas Hiller, Peter Delmas, and we have a Stars of the Game of Marty Turco. Nice. Scrolling right through these bad boys. 24 packs will take a minute to open, no doubt. We have Eddie Mio, which is a rivalry card with the Racers. There's a Devin Dubnyk with the Falcons. And there's a Michael Neuwirth. And he is Future Stars. So all those ones are Future Stars. Eddie Mio, of course, played with your Oilers. For a stint, there's Tuukka Rask, Future Star. And here we have Mike Palmateer with the mask. Not the mask, I mean the helmet before the mask. Kind of cool. He broke in around 77, 78, I believe. Nice. So that would be Greats of the Game. There's a Jimmy Howard, a Pavlik, and a Tim Thomas, who won his Conn Smythe with the Boston Bruins at the age of 37. We have Robert Mayer. We have a Peter Budaj, able, capable backup. LA, played with the Habs for a bit. Joe Daly, probably also played with Colorado. Braden Holtby, and a Kerry Ramo. So looking to spike a mask card, that would be the insert I would want from this particular grouping of cards. Here's Jordan Parise, Steve Mason. Oh, cool. This is an interesting one. We have a Between the Pipes flashbacks of Ray Emery. That's kind of cool. And that is, in fact, an insert, isn't it? So it's on the flashbacks checklist. That's kind of cool. Nice insert. Justin Peters and Tobias Steffen. So that would have been, I believe, our first insert. So these arena versions tend to be really affordable. They're just awesome because of the tiered checklist. There's Dan Kluche, so you can get your stars of the game and your greats of the game and build those all out, and they're all really stellar goaltenders. There is Tom Barrasso. I believe he won a Jennings, didn't he? Jennings or a Calder, maybe. I'm thinking of the Calder. Tom Barrasso, that's a greats of the game. Jess Giguère, stars of the game. And look at Tony Esposito. Yes, who of course was on the Summit Series team. And Al Montoya, who was drafted in 2000, rookie years 2005, 2006, I believe, just like Sidney the Kidney. And we have a Scott Monroe. We have a Bobby Lou. We have a Richard Brodeur. That's kind of cool. Richard Brodeur, I believe he played on Vancouver and on the Nordiques. And we do have a Carey Price. So this is actually a rookie card of Carey Price, an alternate rookie card, if you will. As it's 2007, 2008, so this would be a rookie card, could be considered a rookie card if you like sort of analyzing them or interpreting them as broadly as possible, which is something I tend to do. I believe rookie cards sort of even inserts, I believe, are rookie cards, and that's actually a base rookie. Michel Dion, one of the most famous masks in the game. And a bunch of futures of the game. Continuing on here, we got Cam Ward. Oh, we have an insert in there. So that's what I was looking for. I was looking for one of those, I believe. There's an actual insert. Continuing on here, we have a Thomas Vokoun, a Mike Liut. Mike Liut was one of the best goaltenders of his era, known for playing with St. Louis Blues and the Hartford Whalers. And we have a Glenn Hall. Speaking of legend here, we have Glenn Hall, greats of the game, and a Toivonen. Scrolling, rolling, popping, punching through these cards. Stat. Jonathan Bernier. Oh, look at that, Johnny Bernier. He's now with Detroit. Boy, has he rolled around the league. There's Varlamov. There's Tokarski, I believe was drafted by the Bolts. Maxime Daigneault, and a Dominator Hasek with his painted helmet. It's kind of cool that he painted his helmet. Initially, I don't believe his helmet was painted. He might have been one of the first ones to do that, actually, because typically only masks were painted. But a couple of goaltenders have done that, have painted their helmets. And I believe the Dominator was one of the first ones to ever do that. Pascal Leclerc. There's a Bernie Perron, another legend, a legend with the Flyers. I believe he had two cups with the Flyers. Antoine Lafleur and Justin Pogge. Yeah, this is fun. It's a fun product. Oops. My camera's grown legs and is veering away. We have a Johnny Bower. That's kind of cool. We have a Jeremy Smith, Mike Murphy, Kerry Lettinen, and a Jerry Cheevers. When I was a kid, I had exactly the same glove, by the way, which I painted blue and yellow because our team colors were essentially the same as the Blues or the Sabres. Initially the Sabres, then the Blues, after we sort of had our design changed. Continuing on, Marek Schwartz. There's another Cam Ward. There are some duplicates. Josh Torgman and Thomas Grice, who of course is now with your Islanders, and I believe he's German-born. He's from Köln, Germany. He's only 6'1". Thomas Grice is actually kind of small. He's been battling with Leonard, I think, for the #1 spot on the Islanders. There's Bobby Lou again. Michel Dion again. There's Carey Price, the second Carey Price. That's awesome. So definitely, I'm going to put that aside, actually. Kevin Poulin and Adam Cochran. Last few stacks, or cards in the last stack. As we rummage and roll, as we rock and roll. Les Binkley, that's an old school name. There's Corey Schneider. Still has similar pads, actually. He's kind of a Vaughn guy, I believe. A lot of goalies are Vaughn guys. He's had difficulty this year, though. And look at this. It was Gump Worsley with the Minnesota North Stars. That's kind of sick. Look how old he is. I mean, it's like hair's all gray. I think goalies lasted longer back in the day. Save Bobby Lou. Oh, this is cool. So we have Tyler Wayman. But we do have a Greats of the Game of St. Patrick. Always nice to see a St. Patrick. He's only 6 feet. I would have guessed he was taller. I mean, you always guess goalies are taller now. There's Pecorini. Like, this guy's got like 6'5" or 6'6", isn't he? It was 6'4". I think he says he's 6'4", or he said he's 6'4" then, but I don't think he was. I think since then he's sort of said he's taller. There's Marty Brodeur, 6'2". Carter Hart is 6'2". It's fat. Hasek is, I believe, is like 5'11" or something. Very interesting to sort of compare and contrast goalie heights. I think Scott Darling's like 6'6". John Murray. Ray Emery. Gilles Gratton, who played, I believe, on the Boston Bruins, and Brian Elliott. 3 or 4 packs left. Just running through these bad boys, is wheeling through them. Ernie Wakely. Who did he play on? I can't remember. Was it St. Louis? I should know this. Curtis McElhaney, who now, of course, is on. He was drafted by Calgary, but of course now he's on Carolina. And a Grace of the Game of John Davidson. We have a John Davidson sighting. You have to surmise that there's a mustache under that mask. Let's see what else we get. Last few packs. We have a Lyndon Rowett, a Tyson Sexsmith, and another Rogie Vachon. Jeff Glass. I think Jeff Glass played some NHL games, had some action. Last pack, and then we go to that one I put aside. Oh, we do have an insert in here. So we have a Jonas Hiller, we have a Scott Monroe, and we do have a flashback, Between the Pipes flashbacks of J.S. Giguère. That's kind of cool. These are nice inserts. So he's in the queue at a Verdun, which is here in Montreal. There's Marty Turco and a Richard Brodeur. Okay, so I put this pack aside because there definitely was an insert in here. I believe it would have been a mask insert. So let's see what we can glean from this. Okay, it looks to be a blue mask insert, so that should be interesting. So we have Thomas Grice. We do have a Billy Smith, a nice Billy Smith sighting. Put that aside. We do have another Cam Ward. That's like our third Cam Ward. And we have a Ron Hextall. That's pretty sick. I love it. So what is our mask is the question. So we do have a mask. Tell me it's like, what I really would like to see is Carey Price, but let's see. Who is this? It is, oh, this is an Av. Isn't it an Av? Is it Varlamov? Who is it? It is a mask of Peter Budaj. It's a Peter Budaj mask, who was a Hab for a hot second. That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Cool. So it's a V series. It's a Mask 5 series of Peter Budai. I guess it would have had to have been Budai, right? Nice. Okay, cool. So that's I've been collecting Mask cards forever. So let's do a quick recap. Okay, guys, time for the recap. So on our base checklist, running 1 through 60, we have a stack of Pecorini-worthy base Future Stars. Nice big collection of those. Boom. Next on a radio dial, we would have the Stars of the Game, which run 61 through 74. And I believe we probably hit all of them. We have multiple Cam Wards, but we have Marty Turco, Ray Emery, Brodeur, Bobby Lou, Thomas Vokoun, etc., 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 Tim Thomas. So those would be our Stars of the Game. Next on the checklist would be the Greats of the Game, running 75 through 89. Again, I believe we probably collected all of them, including this beautiful Ronnie Hextall. We have Patrick Roy. We have this cool Gump Worsley, and etc., etc., even a Mike Palmateer. So those would happen to be our Greats of the Game. Next on the checklist would be the Rival League, running 90 through 100. And we certainly received most, if not all, of these cats. Really cool looking. Like, look at that cool looking Jerry Cheevers, and a Mike Liute to boot. So that's kind of cool. And then finally, with regard to inserts, before I go on to inserts, I just mentioned in terms of Future Stars, we do have this carry price. We actually got 2 of these carry prices, which are sort of de facto rookie cards, if you will. Quasi rookie cards, because it's 2007, 2008. We did receive 2 of these flashback fabrics. One would be of J.S. Jiggy Jiguer, and the other would be of Ray Emery. And then finally, the hit of the box is this 6 stellar hot Peter Budai Mask card, Blue Mask Series 5. So that's basically it, guys. Please subscribe. Please provide me with a like. I will break any product you suggest I break. That's just sort of my MO. Usually gearing and veering towards affordable products like this Between the Pipes Arena version. I happen to be Fulton Cars live and direct from Montreal, Quebec this time.